Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss. I have here with me my husband and business partner Steve.
Hi everyone.
And I've also got Rose back here who's sleeping and snoring. You might hear her gently snoring in the background. Why are we here today? Because Caran has some new color pencils. I was recently on dickblick.com just shopping around, looking, dreaming, you know how it's done, and I came across this little pack of Caran color pencils. Now they're bicolor, so there's only 6 actual pencils here, but we get 12 colors, and the colors are surprising. I've had bicolor or double-ended pencils before. Prismacolor makes a set, Faber-Castell makes a set, Chameleon makes a set. There's a lot of double-ended pencils out there, but these are very unique because of the color selection that they've chosen. If you were going to choose 12 colors to be on a pencil pack, what 12 would you choose? Because these are not the 12 I would choose. So I'm kind of excited about it. We're going to test them out. We're going to unbox. We're going to swatch them on 3 different papers to see how they perform. And then we're going to take them through a 5-step test process to see how good of a quality they are. They're Caran. I have high hopes for them. So let's start with an unboxing. Here they are. They come in a really nice shiny box, just like that. This is what the back of the box looks like. Here's a little sneak peek on what the colors are that they've provided. And the cool thing is these are still Swiss made. They're Caran and they are coming Swiss made. So I like that. Let's break into them and take a close look at the pencils. Ooh, look. It's like a drawer. Look how interesting this is. This is so interesting. Okay, I'm going to grab this one right here. Let's take a nice close look at this pencil right here. So first off, let's look at the writing. It says Caran Swiss made bicolor FSC, which I think has to do with the wood they use, if I'm right. We'll have to check. Let's see if it says on the back. Yes, wood from responsible sources. That's what FSC refers to. So on this end, we've got fluorescent pink, you guys. And I think this one they're calling Bordeaux. This is part of, right away, I'm a little disappointed in you, Caran. Why don't we have color names on these? I know they're just 6 little pencils, but there are certain standards that we have now as a coloring community, and we want color names.
Okay, so this is jumping ahead, I'm sure. But how much were they? Okay,
we haven't even talked price yet. This set of 6 pencils cost me $23.50.
Huh.
Pricey.
So basically $4 per total pencil, $2 per side.
Per color.
Per color.
Yeah.
So they are kind of expensive anyway. I just wondered if they didn't have them because they're like a student thing.
Oh, like maybe they're a budget-friendly type
budget,
thing.
Or student grade.
Nope, no budget friendliness here.
Wow.
Check it out. We've also got metallic gold and metallic silver as part of their choices. This is a fluorescent yellow. Like I said, if you were going to pick 12 colors to be in a small set that maybe you just keep in your purse with you so you can color on a whim, what 12 colors would you pick? Would you pick fluorescent pink and fluorescent yellow?
I wouldn't.
And metallics?
Well, and those... Well, okay, we just keep going. We got to see these swatched because
Steve is very interested.
Yeah, I'm really curious about those colors. Are they pure color, or are they hues, or are they shades? You know?
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting. So we're going to swatch them on 3 different papers, white, tan, and black, because I want to see how they perform on all 3 so we know what they're going to do in any situation we might want to use them in. And as I'm swatching them, I'm going to read to you from the Dick Blick website, and they kind of explain why they picked the colors they picked.
Okay.
So I'll read that to you while you watch the beautiful swatching. Inspired by nature's widely varied palette, this 6-piece set of Caran Bicolor pencils doubles your coloring fun by pairing 2 hues on each pencil. Their hexagonal shape is comfortable to hold and helps keep your pencils from rolling away. Each cross-cut pencil features a different non-toxic 2.8mm lead at either end for 12 colored leads total, including 3 fluorescent leads, 3 metallic leads, and 6 standard leads. The unexpected colors in this set lend themselves well to creative exploration, whether coloring in a book, capturing the iridescent sheen of a butterfly's wing, or sketching straight from the imagination. All right, there's a couple things I want to say real quick before we analyze the colors. The 3 fluorescent colors are really soft and crummy. They're a different formula than the other pencils. Very crummy, if you can see that. So make sure if you use these pencils that you've got a good brush handy for removing those crumbs. The second thing is I had 2 pencil tips break on me. I think it was this fluorescent yellow and I think it was the opaline green that the tip actually snapped. So they're not that strong of a core, but they did fine. I'm just giving you the facts of what happened as I worked. Now let's look at the metallic gold and silver and purple and see if we think they are metallic-y. Ooh! I would say they're pretty good metallics. They're shining really nice. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I approve. I would say these are definitely metallic colors, these 3. These are definitely neon fluorescent type colors as advertised. And then we've got mauve, opaline green, turquoise blue, Bordeaux red, dark green, and royal blue as like a standard color pencil. And I wanted to show you, look how gorgeous the standard color pencils look on black. Like,
oh, wow.
They are,
oh, that's so pretty.
They like black. The 2 fluorescents here, the lemon yellow and yellow green, are hard to tell the difference on black. So these are a little more translucent.
Oh, wow. That turquoise blue, that's not really turquoise blue.
This one here, the opaline. Oh, this one, you like that one. I thought you'd like the royal blue because you like that.
Oh yeah, I love it. I'm just saying it really stands out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're bright.
So as far as on black, these pencils would be a great choice, except don't really trust that the fluorescent lemon yellow and yellow green are going to look
If you wipe
strong.
away the crumbs, though, I bet they look kind of cool.
You want me to get rid of the crumbs now?
Yeah, no, I want to see.
Okay, let me grab my brush. Oh dear, it got pushed way back in the drawer. Here we are. This is my cheapo makeup blush brush that I use for getting rid of crumbs because it works so quick and easy.
I want to see more
Okay.
close what those look like.
I'll let Steve take a peek here. I'll hold it for him.
They're cool looking. I like them.
But
They're not a fluorescent once they go on black.
Right,
But
on
they're
black.
a cool color the way the black is coming up through.
Here they are on white. Let's get rid of the crumbs. Really, it was just these 3 that crumbed up really bad. So they're really soft. And get rid of the crumbs. And on tan, everything's doing fine. So you could use them in any of these 3 situations, I think, except that lemon yellow and yellow green on black. To me, they're pretty, but they don't look like 2 different colors. They're too close to each other. So, but that's just being very analytical and picky about the coloring situation. You know, if you sat down to a coloring book like the one on the back wall that is on black paper, it's important to know the the properties of your tools so that you won't get any surprises or be discouraged by how it's turning out.
Okay, so as I'm looking at this,
Yeah.
when you asked what colors would you choose if you could choose 12 colors,
Right.
I'd probably be pretty boring and just say the 12 colors of the color wheel.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you look at these colors, that's kind of what they did.
Oh, okay. Show me.
So if you have yellow, green, blue green,
Wait. Green,
blue green, blue violet,
blue,
violet, red, red orange and orange, not really, and yellow orange. Well, I guess kind of, yeah. Yeah, but most colors on the color wheel are actually represented there.
So red, orange, orange are probably the only two that aren't.
And yellow orange.
Yeah. And given they are different like shades of these colors, and we're being very generous here, calling this like it's a red, but it's not a true red, you know.
Yeah, but they're in the range.
Yeah,
they're in the color families, and I think that's really interesting that they did that.
Yeah,
because at first I really didn't think I would like these colors, but I'm really digging them.
Are you? Is this Steve's new favorite set of color pencils?
And maybe it is because they are a little more masculine. They're a little darker. Maybe they're a little more lean towards tones.
Yeah,
not quite tones, but
interesting.
It's a really interesting set.
Yeah.
I'm confused by it.
Me too. I guess silver is your gray. And the gold could be your brown if you wanted to do a tree.
Yeah, it's a dark yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really a brown. I'm reaching. But you could mix colors if you really needed to.
Yeah.
Like I said, if this was you were stranded on an island and this is the only set of color pencils, I would cry if that happened to me.
And I'm not a big fan of, fluorescence.
Yeah.
But I really like them on the black. Like I said.
Oh, over here.
Yeah. I've really been enjoying the black coming up through the color.
Yeah.
And muting the colors down a bit. And I really like those on black.
Yeah, and if you've never tried coloring on a toned paper, like either the tan or black or a gray, someday we're going to have gray paper at Coloring Bliss, but if you've never tried black or tan paper for your coloring, I highly recommend it, especially if you're getting in a coloring slump and you're feeling a little bored by your coloring and your art. Try a toned paper. Check out coloringbliss.com, our print shop. You can choose different colored papers, different type of papers. Maybe that's what you need to get re-inspired and re-excited about your art. Okay, the next thing I want to do is do the 5-step testing worksheet to see quality of these pencils. One thing Steve asked, as we were talking about the prices, was, yes, let's see, I did the math exactly right. So what we found out is it's $3.92 per individual pencil. That means it's $1.96 per color, but you're not really getting a full color pencil. You're getting half a pencil. So here is a Albrecht Dürer Faber-Castell pencil that's never been sharpened, and you can see that they're about the same length. So again, value here.
And it's only 2.8.
Oh yeah, and it's a 2.8 millimeter core. Give you a little bit of comparison, a Prismacolor pencil has a 3.8 millimeter core, so it's quite a bit smaller of a core. And if those fluorescents wear down as fast as I think they are, you're going to go through those fluorescents fast.
So you're paying $1.96 per color, and you're getting
half a pencil with a smaller core.
Yeah. So even more than half the amount of product, the
right. So if you look at our worksheet here, we do talk about overall value when it comes down to the scoring time, and I think it's going to score very low. This is not a set of pencils that you're buying because you want a really good value. That's not what we're here
and
for.
When you were reading their purpose, it sounds like they're just kind of for fun and creative,
Yeah, to inspire you and get you your juices running. And it's kind of a puzzle when you have a limited palette of colors and you sit down to color something. Can you figure out how to use those colors efficiently, effectively, so that you get a beautiful piece of art? It would be an artistic puzzle for you to do. So let's fill out the top of the worksheet. That's the first step I do, is fill out all the information, the brand, the line, the core size, all that good stuff. We've already done step 1A and 1B, which is the swatch swatching, but I do need to write some notes, especially about the crumbs and the broken tips. Get all those written down, and then we'll start at step number 2. So let's do the paperwork first. Step 2, I typically take a yellow, orange, and a red, and I do Jennifer's rule of blending thirds to see how well these pencils blend. But in this situation, we have a limited palette, so I think I'll go for a light, medium, and dark in the green and see if I can bring those 3 colors together. Step 3, I typically use a yellow and blue pencil, and I think we've got both of those that we can use. One is fluorescent and one is just a standard blue, but let's see how they work when I apply odorless mineral spirits to them. Step 4, we're going to test for crumbs and how easily they sharpen. Now, I debated which pencil to use because we already know that the fluorescent pencils are very crummy. So I decided to choose one of the standard colors for number 4 to give them a bit of a deeper test, and for this one I picked the opaline green. Step 5, we're going to do some layering and see how many layers I can get out of these pencils. I'm going to use royal blue for this, and we'll see just how well this type of pencil will layer on a nice color pencil piece of paper. I'm going to add one bonus step, so this will be step number 6. At the very bottom of the paper, I want to check for water solubility. So I'm going to pick 4 or 5 different colors out of the 12 colors, and we'll test to see if they stay stable or do they move when water is applied. Now I'm going to write down my final thoughts and start scoring up the pencils to see how we feel about this set of Bicolor Caran Color Pencils. Alright, Steve and I just finished scoring, which is highly subjective, I must say, but it is our opinion and mostly my feelings and impressions as I went through using the pencils. So let's take a look at this worksheet together. Okay, let's start with the final thoughts. They are very water soluble. Look at this. Like, they might as well be paint. They really reacted. All 3 types. So these 2 are metallics, these 2 are fluorescents, and these 2 are just their standard tips. And all 3 moved with water. So if you are using these pencils in a mixed media situation, remember that the property of these pencils is if you use a wet product on top of it, they will move. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, for instance, maybe you're sketching a flower for a watercolor painting you want to do, and you want the lines to move and disappear as you add water to them. Then a water-soluble pencil is awesome. But if you are in almost any other situation and you don't want your color pencil to budge, then don't use these pencils. So that's why we do the water solubility test now, because we're finding that some pencils are very stable and others not so much. But it's not such, like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a property you need to know. All right, and then I put there fun with 3 different pencil types. Like I said, we've got fluorescent, we've got metallics, and we've got just standard pencils. So that's kind of cool to have 3 different things you get to try in one small pack of pencils. But they're not practical. Like I said, if I was stranded on a desert island and this was the only set of pencils that came with me on that island, I would weep for a few days, missing my Prismacolors or my Holbeins or pretty much any other set, because this is not going to do a lot for you. I had to do a lot of sharpening, so they're going to wear down quite quickly if you were doing a ton of coloring with them. The fluorescents, where they are fun, they're just not as practical. They can be fun in highlights, and if you're doing a leaf and you really want a bright highlight but you don't want to go in for the white, a fluorescent green can be really fun to work into a leaf. Like I said, there's lots of ways to work these in, but as far as just a good practical set, that's not what this is. This is a fun, like they said, something to spark your creativity. That's what they were after, and I think they did that. Like, Steve is really interested and inspired by them, but
I wouldn't
would you sit down and color a page? Like if I said, Steve, you're doing the next video, I want you to sit down and color a page.
If I were to do that, I'd do it on black.
Okay.
And that is interesting to me. But seeing how hard it was for you to blend odorless mineral spirits, they didn't do very good. They're super crummy.
Yeah.
I hate the crumminess of colored pencils when I'm...
Then you won't like those fluorescents, so...
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I put here the blend was stubborn. The fluorescents didn't layer well at all. So I'm glad I did a standard color pencil for the layering, because I think it would have scored even worse on the layering. Here with layers, we got 5. It was 4 full layers of light pressure before on layer 5 I had to do medium pressure, and then layer 6 was heavy pressure. So
that's good. I mean,
those pencils, the standard sides of those pencils work really well.
I'm
trying to see that we had tips break. And the cost is just really silly.
For the cost.
The cost is, you're paying for the name. Caran is what you're paying for. So for product packaging, I gave it a 3 because it's not just a standard cardboard box. It's kind of a cool drawer, collector looking type box. So I gave it a 3. Overall value, we gave it a 1 because of the price, and the core size makes the value of the pencil drop dramatically. So it got a 1. 2 for pencil design. It has no names, no numbers. But again, as a collector's item, they're kind of cool. They're Caran. Yeah, so they still get a 2, not a 1 because of that. Set color balance. Steve and I discussed this, and like we said during the swatching, it's actually got a little bit of everything in it. So as far as a balanced set, it's there, but it's not great, so we gave it a 3.
It's a weird balance.
It's a weird set, but yeah, so it got a 3 for set balance. Pencil performance, I've scored it pretty low. It got a 2. Again, I think that's because it's a variety of different pencil types, and we're trying to push different pencil types together, and yeah, its performance was a 2. Pencil feel and experience. This is me being very subjective here. I didn't like the crumbs, the broken tips. I don't like a double-ended pencil. I feel almost obligated to use them in the pairs that they're presented in. And so that's a little, I don't know. That's just me.
Would you ever use them again?
I wouldn't use them again. And I probably won't recommend that you purchase them. I think unless you are like me and you're a collector of unique color pencils, that's really the only reason to have this set, to have it in your collection. Otherwise, it's not a helpful set. I wouldn't reach for it again, and to spend $23.50 on it, you could spend your money so much better somewhere else. Get a whole set of pencils for $20. You could have 72 pencils in a nice canvas case that perform really well. So nope.
I'm glad you have them, though. So like you said, from a collector standpoint, they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're unique.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, they're kind of fun.
Yeah. Steve wants to try.
I kind of like them.
So,
but I don't.
So I want you
really
to comment
confused.
below. If we get a lot of you commenting, say, yes, I'm going to say it. If a lot of you say that Steve needs to color with these on black paper, if you comment that on this video, we'll make him do it, okay? We'll maybe make him do a really simple mandala or something that he won't have to sit here for hours to do. But comment below if you want him to do it. And the other thing, like I said, I would like you to comment below, what 12 colors would you pick? If you got a chance, if Caran called you up today and said, I want you to make me a 12 bicolor pencil set, what 12 colors would you pick? It's kind of a cool puzzle. You can think it through. Like, would you pair them logically, or would you just pick 12 random colors? How would you do a 12 set like this? A 12 color set on 6 pencils. All right, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad I bought them for my collection, but will I ever use them again? maybe Steve will get forced to use them. But no, I don't think I will ever reach for them. So yeah, this is one that I think you can pass on. We are not sponsored by Dick Blick or Caran d'Ache. I purchased this with my own money for fun so that we could see if this is something I could recommend, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend these. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot, and visit the links in the video description if you want to learn more about the things we talked about today. And I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everyone.